Hello everybody, this is Brisbane05 Blast here and welcome back to another video of this channel. In this last episode, we actually took on Newcastle United and it didn't end well for us. We suffered our loss yet again at home to Newcastle, as usual, the Magpies. If you are unaware of this club, which might actually jeopardize our chances of actually being in the title race because Man City actually have a game in hand, but for the time being, they haven't even played a game yet. So it's going to be pretty ugly for us. If Man City get a win here, we might actually be out of the title race. I mean, it's just that Man City will get 10 points and there's no chance. I mean, even if we try winning and winning and winning, Man City will probably try to keep their winning streak and such and, maintain the winning streak. And it'll be kind of impossible to catch up with them. So, yeah, that's why I said that, maybe that our title race will be, over and such. But we're not going to be focusing on that. We're going to be focusing somewhere else. And you know what I mean by somewhere else? We're actually going to be focusing on the FA Cup as we're actually going to be taking on the Blades. Yup, Sheffield United. So it's going to be a very interesting game and I really hope you guys are looking forward to it because this game is going to be having some ups and downs, especially for Arsenal's point of view. I mean, despite everyone is fit, they still lost to Newcastle, man. I mean, Newcastle is a pretty good team. And they're one of the richest clubs in the Premier League history. So, yeah. But I really expect Arsenal to really get a win here because Sheffield United, I mean, yeah, they're just not that good. And it might be like a glitch in the Matrix if they actually get a job done against us. So, yeah. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. And please make sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get headed to the match. Alright, guys. We're here to see Arsenal versus Sheffield United here at the Emirates Stadium. I really cannot wait for this game as it might have probably one of the best ones. We don't know, just saying. But anyway, expectations high for Bodo debut. So, yep. And obviously in the Europa League phase, Arsenal will be up against the Ukrainian club. And that is Shakhtar, which we will be looking forward to that next week. But let's take a look at the squad and see who are actually going to be replaced. Well, Gabriel Jesus is probably doing well, but he may be tired for the Premier League game. So, I have a feeling we need to make some changes here. But let's go to match day. Luckily, there is no press conference to deal with. As might be kind of strange. But even Sheffield United also have, tired players like Ahmedovic, Bogle, and Larouci. And Tosin too. The Turkish player, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, it looks Turkish. The name looks Turkish, but I don't know. There's Fotheringham. I really expect Arsenal to get a job done. It would be kind of surprising if they don't. But yeah, let's get to the kickoff stage. And yep. Saliba, Zinchenko, White, Saka, Odegaard, Camavinga, Martinelli. They all seem that they're running out of stamina. So it's about time that I actually make some important changes here. So, let's go to team management. And yep, I'm going to be making some good changes right away, so don't go anywhere, guys. Alright, guys, so here are the changes we've made for Arsenal. So, we are going to be putting Trossard in for Martin Odegaard, Rice for Camavinga, Vieira for Martinelli. He's actually going to be playing as a left midfielder instead of his usual camp position. Kieran Tierney for Zinchenko, Calafiori for Gabriel, Timber for Saliba, Tomiyasu for Ben White. And we also have our debutant, Santiago Jimenez. And this might actually be his first time that he's going to be playing as a starter. He's going to be debuting as a starter because he's actually mostly played as, coming from the bench and such. And he has probably yet to score a goal. So this could be kind of insane, but we're going to see how it goes here. And I'll probably think of changing Santiago Jimenez's, development stats if it doesn't work out well for him. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get headed to the stadium and enjoy this amazing FA Cup match. Alright, guys. Coming up next is Arsenal versus Sheffield United. And as usual, Aaron Ramsdale's featured. It's going to be very interesting. And yep, we're going to be taking on Sheffield United. Or Arsenal will be taking on against Sheffield United. Aaron Ramsdale's former club. So it's going to be a very interesting match. So we're actually playing in the round 5 game here. So yep, there we are. This is actually known as the round of 16. And we're actually up against Sheffield United. And this is how the last 16 teams look like in the bracket. And Kai Havertz is one of the players to watch. And he might actually score goals out of nowhere. So that's why he's been featured. But we're going to see if Arsenal can get the job done, since they've already had a loss to Newcastle in the Premier League. So this could actually be pretty ugly if Arsenal get a loss here and probably get out of FA Cup. That Arsenal's only balanced competition is Europa League, because they're in the round of 16 match against Shakhtar Donetsk, a Ukrainian club. So yeah, many people of you are Europa League fans. You should probably take a look at this one. It's probably having a lot of games, a lot of encounter goals, goals and such. So yeah, but anyway, this is how Arsenal starting 11 is. Made a lot of changes here, so because this is the FA Cup and we cannot use the same players, and we had to balance the competition. So yeah, and here's Sheffield United. So it kind of makes it a bit more even for Sheffield United, since most of the players are reserves, especially Pepe and Cedric and Bernier. They're all in the bench. Well, Pepe's in the starting 11. Bernier and Cedric are in the bench, so yeah. But I really cannot wait to see how things go here, because this might be Arsenal's only chance to win the FA Cup and the Europa League. So then Europa League is probably prestigious, because if they actually do it, they get a Champions League ticket. But anyway, as you can see, Sheffield United have already started the kickoff here, and they're actually on a roll here. They're already in the Arsenal's half. McBurney has it. He kind of crosses this one, but Ramsdale makes a good save, and he actually collects this one. And Ramsdale tries to find the player, but as usual, Ramsdale just do a pretty blunder move here. Now here's Oli McBurney. McBurney finds Fleck. Still Fleck. Fleck shoots, but he loses a bit of his balance there, and that's offside. That was the reason why the Sheffield United striker got, stunned for a second, because he knew it was offside. That's why he didn't, play it on and, try to shoot it on goal. But Arsenal get away with it after that horrendous throw from Aaron Ramsdale. This time he goes long. Santiago Jimenez has it, but he loses the ball instantly. Bogle collects it. Ahmedovic has it. He finds Tosin. Tosin has it. Still Tosin. Still Tosin. Tosin still has it. Tosin shoots, but Ramsdale makes a good save. Sometimes Ramsdale just makes good saves. Sometimes Ramsdale, kind of concedes from this position. So basically, Ramsdale's saves are 50-50. So if Sheffield United, or if any one of them tries to get close to Ramsdale, he might either save or concede. Now here's Fleck. He crosses this one, but Ramsdale makes a good save. And that was Sheffield United's corner, which was actually wasted. Trossard tries to collect it, but Sheffield United still have it. And it's still with Sheffield United. Arsenal has not had a single possession of the ball yet. Now here's Calafiori. He tries to tackle it, which he does. He finds Trossard. Trossard finds Santiago Jimenez. What can he do, since he's mostly an Eredivisie player? Fabio Vieira finds Santiago Jimenez. Still Jimenez. Still Santiago Jimenez. Jimenez shoots, but Davies makes a good save. That was his chance to get his first goal for his new club. And now Arsenal has a corner. And it's actually going to be Trossard to actually take the corner, since there is no Saka or Martinelli to do it. But Robinson collects it. But Timber manages to retrieve it back. Still Timber. Timber finds Declan Rice. Declan Rice. Still Declan Rice. But he loses the ball. Ahmedovic collects it actually. Ahmedovic finds Norwood. Norwood finds Larouci. Larouci finds McBurney. He's actually away. Just to let you know that. But Tomiyasu makes a good tackle. Hurrien Timber has it. Timber finds Declan Rice. Still Declan Rice. Rice finds Kieran Tierney. Still Tierney. Still Tierney. Still Kieran Tierney. Tierney crosses this one, and Trossard with a wonderful volley. That's Tierney's first assist of the game. And what a time to score for Arsenal, as Leandro Trossard, the Belgian, puts the Gunners in front with an audacious finish. Across from Kieran Tierney, a wonderful finish from Leandro Trossard puts the Gunners in front. It was all Sheffield United in terms of the possession and such, but Arsenal know how to bounce back. But they just have to adapt. But what a goal from Leandro Trossard. He's doing pretty well. He's not doing, not crazily good, but he's doing pretty decent and well. Now here's McBurney. Still McBurney. Sheffield United can actually get one goal back if they do this perfectly. Now here's McBurney. McBurney finds Tosin, and I think this could be a goal for Sheffield. Yup, it is. No surprise. I mean, Arsenal's defense is sometimes crumbling, and Ramsdale cannot save. He can sometimes come clutch, but in some certain situations, he can concede. But what a goal from Tosin. Equalizes for Sheffield United. The Blades. And the coincident part is Arsenal's next match is actually against Sheffield United, but this time in the Premier League fixture. So Arsenal really have to do well here, and that too at Sheffield United's pitch. Now here's Santiago Jimenez. Still Jimenez. Still Jimenez. Jimenez shoots, but Davies makes another save. Tries to find the goal for the Mexican man. Who has been doing well for Feyenoord, but sadly could not get a goal here for his new club. And now Kai Havertz is going to be the one to take the corner. He crosses this one. It's a headed away, but it's still with Arsenal. But Timber somehow makes a blunder move, but it's still with Arsenal. Pepe has it. Pepe shoots, but a block from Sheffield United. And now it's Santiago Jimenez. Still Jimenez. Still Jimenez. Jimenez shoots, and he scores his first goal for his new club. His debut goal against Sheffield United in the FA Cup match. This is crazy for the Mexican maestro. Santiago Jimenez, a player from Feyenoord, has made a move to Arsenal in the January transfer deadline and finally gets on the score sheet after 2 shots on target. Santiago Jimenez gets a goal for himself, but he's also doing it for his team as well. Not personally for himself. But what a time to score though for Arsenal. And now they take back the lead. Burge has it. Burge finds Ollie McBurney. But on the bright side, Arsenal will be kicking off in the second half, so Sheffield United will not get that much possession. Unless if Arsenal somehow makes a blunder move here. In terms of their defensive stats, I would say. And as you can see, added time is already added. 3 minutes of added time. Tomiyasu has it. Tomiyasu finds Jimenez. Jimenez finds Havertz. There might be one last attack. Time for one last attack. Kai Havertz finds Fabio Vieira. Vieira finds Jimenez. Jimenez gets a brace. This is interesting and crazy at the same time. I cannot believe it. The Mexican maestro gets a brace. And that too as a starter. That is crazy. But what a good assist from Fabio Vieira. Gives the ball to Santiago Jimenez, and Jimenez somehow scores this one easily. I have a feeling Santiago Jimenez can actually be on the pitch. That's what Mikel Arteta is thinking. But Gabriel Jesus is actually the one to come on in. They're requesting subs. But I think after a wonderful performance from the Mexican, I have a feeling he will be there for quite a while. But at halftime, we have Arsenal 3, Sheffield United 1. We're going to take a look at the highlights. Obviously, in the 31st minute, a wonderful cross from Kieran Tierney and an audacious finish from Leandro Trossard gives Arsenal the goal in the opening goal basically. But then in just 4 minutes, Sheffield United just got an equalizer thanks to a goal from Tosin. I can't lie, that was a wonderful finish. And then Santiago Jimenez with a wonderful assist from Nicola Pepe. His third shot actually finally makes it into the goal. But then a bit of tiki-taka pass. Arsenal managed to double the lead thanks to another goal from Santiago Jimenez. And with that, Arsenal have a 2-goal cushion over the Blades. And Aston Villa are currently actually levelling up with Southampton, which is around the grounds. But let's take a look at the team management to see if everyone are fit. Well, I think we might make some substitution. We're probably going to put Bonea in for Tomiyasu, or yeah, probably in for Tomiyasu. We got to give the 16-year-old a chance. So yeah, I think that will be our only change of this game. And looks like Arsenal will be starting off in the second half since Sheffield United. I mean, it's not pretty explanatory here. Each team gets to have a kickoff for a particular half. But anyway, Bonea comes in for Tomiyasu. Now here's Bonea with it. Leonard Bonea, the Frenchman, finds Santiago Jimenez. Jimenez might actually get a hat-trick if he times this well, but he actually finds Declan Rice since he's almost tackled. But Rice back passes to Leonard Bonea. Bonea finds Havertz, but his shot gets deflected. But a giveaway though, and it's Trossard with it. Trossard shoots, and he also gets a brace. Arsenal are doing whatever they can to get into Wembley, if by chance, to score more goals like this one. But yeah, they're trying to do whatever they can to at least get a good result. Since they're probably out of the title race after that loss to Newcastle in the Premier League match, they're trying to do whatever they can to at least excel in two competitions, FA Cup and the Europa League. And obviously offside was called. And Sheffield United are actually going to be making a substitution. So Brewster comes in. Well, Tosin actually goes off, though, the guy who scored the equalizing goal. But yeah, it's an offside, so Bernier is going to be the one to take the chance. So Brewster comes in for Tosin and Lau comes in for Larouci. And a wonderful kick from Leonard Bernier finds Santiago Jimenez. Now here's Santiago. He can actually try to score a hat-trick, but he decides to pass it to Trossard. Still Trossard, but he gets tackled, unfortunately. Now here's Brewster. And like I said earlier, Arsenal's next match is against Sheffield United, but this time in the Premier League game. So Brewster has it, but Ramsdale makes a wonderful save. But Santiago Jimenez this time will be coming off, since he's already fatigued. He'll be coming off for Gabriel Jesus. That might be Arsenal's plan, because Gabriel Jesus has probably scored goals from as a super sub. So Arsenal manager's not surprised that if he actually pulls this off. But a corner from Sheffield United is wasted as Arsenal manages to get the ball away from them. Declan Rice has it. Still Rice. Still Rice. Rice finds Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus back passes to Declan Rice. Finds Jesus again. He has a lot of stamina, so he's probably making use of the space. And because of that, he scores a goal. Not surprising because Gabriel Jesus has been in phenomenal form. Scored. He's probably the top scorer of the Premier League. And now he's actually scoring goals as a super sub. But looks like Timber's coming off for Rob Holding. But what a time to score though. Arsenal will be getting the win. A big win over Sheffield United. So they might actually be guaranteed to go to the quarterfinals, which is probably one round away from getting to Wembley Stadium. Because in the semi-final onwards, they're actually going to be in Wembley. Perhaps if they do well in the quarterfinals though. Now here's Brewster. But a tackle from one of the Arsenal defenders. Diffuses it. Ramsdale has it. He finds Bernier, the 16-year-old. Bernier really needs to get transfer listed if he really wants to have game time. He's already 51 rated, 61-year-old. I mean, he has that much potential though. So, yeah. And I'm actually thinking of bringing another good player. He's already in the youth academy, but because he's already fit to play, he's already, reached that age. I think he might be ready to be in the Arsenal squad. Now here's Kai Havertz. Havertz back passes to Fabio Vieira. We're down to 10 minutes here. Finds Jesus. Jesus tried to score from volley. But a save from the keeper. Diffuse it. It's actually Davis who has made good saves. But it's still with Arsenal. But a wonderful defense from the Sheffield United defenders. Declan Rice manages to block this one, but it's still with Sheffield United. McBurney has it. He has to find space though because there are Arsenal defenders. They somehow Arsenal are trying to bounce back in terms of their defensive unit. Now here's Brewster. Brewster back passes to Lau. Still Lau. Lau finds Fleck. Fleck shoots. But Ramsdale makes another save. And Arsenal will be getting another substitution. And it's going to be Calafiori coming off for Cedric. And Sheffield United is going to be making another double substitution. So it's going to be much intense. But yeah, Cedric Ricardo Alves Soares comes in for Ricardo Calafiori. A player from Bologna who's probably doing well as a centre-back. But looks like corner it is for Sheffield United. They can at least try to get a consolation goal, but their defense is not letting them do that. Now here's Kai Havertz. Havertz finds Kieran Tierney, who already got an assist earlier for Trossard's goal. Finds Jesus. Back to Tierney. Finds Havertz. Another last attack incoming. But the whistle is blown as Arsenal get a big win over Sheffield United. A much comprehensive one, thanks to a brace from Trossard and Santiago Jimenez. Prove the difference that Arsenal can believe. So they're already in the 6th round, the quarterfinals. And what a performance here from Santiago Jimenez. He's the man of the match, scoring a brace in his debut as a starter. And obviously his first ever FA Cup match. I have a feeling that he has good potential to probably surpass Gabriel Jesus' rating. Because Jesus is already at his prime, but he's 85 rated. But I have a feeling Santiago Jimenez can surpass that. But as you can see in full time, it's Arsenal 5, Sheffield United 1. And obviously the highlights here, Santiago Jimenez scoring his first goal. But yeah, Arsenal will be up against Sheffield United, but this time in the Premier League game. So 2 matches against Sheffield United in 1 week. That is crazy. And then a goal from Leandro Trossard, the Belgian man, scoring a brace. Then in the 90th minute, Fleck tried to score a consolation goal. It was done and dusted from there. But Ramsdale makes a wonderful save. He could have honestly conceded that, maybe just to take a breather. But it doesn't matter as Arsenal get a big win over Sheffield United. 5-1. And in 90 minutes, Aston Villa scored 2 goals. Southampton scored 2 goals. But I think Aston Villa actually won that on penalties, if you saw that. And West Ham actually bet Cardiff City 3-2, and these games are actually going to be pending, so don't worry about that. So we're actually going to take a look at the post-match interview if it shows. It is going to show the post-match interview.
Some questions regarding the match.
And yup, Mikel Arteta's happy. Sensational. Did you expect such a commanding win? You work hard in training leading up to a game, but you never know exactly what will happen. It's a real pleasure when every single part of your plan comes good. Some of our attacking play was as good. And people have been questioning whether Timber was still worth the place in the starting 11. But today it seems the lad found his feet. Can this performance be the one that turns around his career? I was starting to worry for the lad. The crowd was beginning to get on his back, but he's got a great attitude and I think he really dug that performance out today, knowing he had to prove people wrong. The headlines after today will all be about Trossard, stunning performance and his 2 goals which sealed a victory. What are your thoughts about your star man? Of course, Trossard's performance and his goals were what caught the eye, but I think it's important to credit the rest of the team too. At Arsenal, we know we're all in it together.
Thanks so much for your time.
Yep. So that's Arsenal versus Sheffield United done. Arsenal are in the quarterfinals, aka round 6. So, yep. And their next match is against Sheffield United, but this time away from home, and it's going to be at Bramall Lane, which is actually a cricket ground. We're going to be advancing. And yup, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I don't think there are any players who match the scouting instructions criteria to be found in Australia. I can continue looking, but you might prefer to consider broadening your scout instruction criteria, relocating me to a different territory. Alright? Yeah, we're looking to, and yup, Arsenal's getting that much money, 210,000. Match week scheduled. I think that is against West Ham. West Ham was Arsenal. I'm pretty sure this might be the Carabao, this might be the FA Cup match, which is the quarterfinals. And yep, looks like Arsenal's next match after Sheffield United is going to be against Shakhtar Donetsk. And I really cannot wait for this. And looks like Kai Havertz is probably the only one to be coming off. So Trossard can probably fit in his place if by any chance. But what a performance from Jimenez. That's all I got to tell you. Alright. So we're going to be going to Youth Academy first. We have a lot of time left, so let's figure that out first. So as you can see, Vicente Martinez from Bolivia has a bit of potential, but he can only reach up to 78. So we're not going to be using him. Same thing with Gomez, Julian Gomez. But Lino Zapata and Diego Miranda might probably be the right deal. I think it's about time I can probably bring him to the senior team. Let's promote him to senior team if possible. And he is in the senior team right about now. So we have 2 academy players, youth academy players in the senior team. And now let's go to squad. We're going to be going to Squad Hub to actually develop Santiago Jimenez's position. Development plan. There he is. He's working on his best to get up to an 80 rated. So we're going to be going to development plan. Right now he's already balanced. But what can improve? He can probably be a target player. This might actually improve his finishing and his balance, his so shooting is probably going to be improved. So I think we're going to make him as a target player. So in 5 weeks time he can probably get a good overall by any chance. So yeah, I really cannot wait for this one. Our next game is against Sheffield United, but at Bramall Lane. I really cannot wait for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll be back for our next match. Goodbye. Hello guys, we're back, and just as we witnessed, it was a comprehensive victory for Arsenal, and they really deserve it because after losses from teams that they should have beaten, like Newcastle, and drawing to West Ham United, they really deserve that big win. And now they're in the quarterfinals in the FA Cup. So I really cannot wait to see how things go here for Arsenal. Can they actually reach Wembley? But their next FA Cup match is against West Ham United. So it's going to be a pretty interesting game. And Santiago Jimenez really performed well. He scored a brace in his first FA Cup match. And I have a feeling that he might have the potential to surpass Gabriel Jesus. I mean, he's 85 rated, but he's in his prime. Santiago Jimenez is still a star boy at this time. He's 22 years old currently in the game. So if he somehow does well in a few matches, I have a feeling he could probably grow a bit of his overall. So yeah. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Our next game will be up against Sheffield United. And this time this time it's going to be in the Premier League and away from home. So yeah. It's going to be a coincidence because two of our matches are actually going to be up against Sheffield United. One FA Cup and the other Premier League. So yeah, it is kind of hilarious. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Please make sure to like and subscribe. This is Brisbane 05 Blaster here, signing off.